So the PDF is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I had given you the assignment for this numerical. What answer you got for fx of x? Have you solved that? Fx of x, what value you have got? Anyone? Anyone has solved? Okay. So in this question, first this is the PDF given, which is equal to some constant c, and the range of x is from 0 to 3, and y is 0 to 4, and it is 0 otherwise. First, the value of c we have to find out, which we have already seen, and then calculate the PDF of x and y. These are the marginal PDFs, that is fx of x and fy of y, and this is the CDF fx by, where the range is same, that is for x it is from 0 to 3, and for y it is from 0 to 4. And here once the y is kept as infinity for the CDF, and here x is kept as infinity for the CDF, you have to find both the CDF and then find whether this x and y are independent. Okay, so for this, first we have seen how to calculate the constant c value. This is what they have given, the PDF function, and the value is c. This c constant we have to find out. For that, we have to consider the area or the total volume under the bivariate PDF is equal to 1. So here the range they have given for x is from 0 to 3. So we have to integrate here from 0 to 3. And one more for y they have given it as from 0 to 4. And the value of this PDF is equal to c here. And this whole thing is equal to 1. So here this c you have to substitute and then integrate with respect to dx and dy. If you integrate this with respect to dx, you get x, where the range is from 0 to 3, upper limit and lower limit, and here it is 4 and 0. So if you just substitute the upper and lower limit, you get the c value as 12. That is 1 by 12. Okay, so next we have to see the fx of x, which is nothing but the differentiation of fx of x. Here it is bivariate, so you can write that here y is equal to infinity. This equation is equivalent to the this. Here this when y is equal to infinity, you have this equation. So you don't know what is fx of x is here, so you can just take this. This is the marginal PDF equation, that is integration minus infinity to infinity fxy into dy. So here if you see, just a minute, just wait for a minute. Okay, is my voice audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here this is the marginal PDF, that is fx of x. Here it is integration minus infinity to infinity, and this is the bivariate PDF. Here we have to integrate it with respect to dy. So here if you integrate with respect to dy, the range here becomes for the integration, that is 0 to 4, because they have given the limit for y as 0 to 4. So here integration it is from 0 to 4, and this is the c value. In the equation they have given fxy is equal to c, and you already know what is the c value, that is 1 by 12. So just you have to substitute here 1 by 12, and here it is dy. So this constant you keep it outside, and if you integrate this dy, you get y here, and the upper and lower limit are 4 and 0. So if you just take this upper limit as 4 minus the lower limit 0, So you get fx of x is equal to 1 by 3. Here the range of x will be from 0 to 3. So just take down this solution. For fx of x, they have given this value. So using that marginal PDF equation, that is integration minus infinity to plus infinity fxy into dy. Here it is with respect to dy. This fxy value is equal to c, which is nothing but 1 by 12, and integration, here it is from 0 to 4. Because the integration is with respect to dy, you have to put the y limit, that is from 0 to 4. If you integrate this, you get y, and just substitute the upper limit and lower limit. Here it will be 4 by 12, which is nothing but 1 by 3. And here the x will vary from 0 to 3. Similarly, now you solve for fy of y and tell me the answer. Now you know how to solve. Here, next one you solve and tell me the answer. Fy of y is equal to this same equation, but with respect to dx you have to integrate. Here, fy of y is equal to integration minus infinity to plus infinity fxy into dx. Here, if you want to integrate with respect to dx, here integration with respect to that value you have to put. The value for that is from 0 to 3. You already know the range of x. They have given it from 0 to 3, and this value is c, which you already know, that is 1 by 12, and integrate it with respect to dx and tell me the answer. What is fy of y?
1 by 4.
1 by?
4.
Yes, correct. So all of you just solve that. Others also just get that answer 1 by 4. You have to get 1 by 4. Just solve it. Same equation. Just here you have to integrate with respect to dx. So for that the limit will change from 0 to 3. And fx bivariant PDF will be same. That is 1 by 12. Just substitute, integrate and substitute the limit. Hope you have solved. This is the solution. Here it is fy of y, integration from minus infinity to plus infinity fxy, and here it is dx. So here the limit is from 0 to 3. So integration 0 to 3, and this value is 1 by 12, and here it is dx. So here if you integrate, you get it as x, and the upper limit is 3. So 3 minus the lower limit 0. So here it is 3 by 12, which is nothing but 1 by 4. So here the range of this y will be from 0 to 4. Just verify the solution. Next we have to find the CDF. So to find the CDF, they have given the same range, that is 0 to 3 and 0 to 4 for x and y respectively. So here you have to take this equation for the bivariate CDF, that is integration minus infinity to x and integration minus infinity to y. These both integrations are with respect to x and with respect to y, and here this is the bivariant PDF and dx into dy. So here the limit they have given, here it is minus infinity, but the lower limit which we have is 0 in both the case. So the lower limit becomes 0 for x and y both, and here these remains as it is. These can take any value till plus infinity. These can vary from 0 to any value till plus infinity. So this you have to keep it as it is, this x and y. So integration, here it is from 0 to x and here it is from 0 to y, and this value is c, which is nothing but 1 by 12. So if you integrate this, here it is one integration with respect to x and one integration with respect to y. So you get here x and y. After putting the limit also, you get the same. One, the lower limit will be 0, so it will be not there. So here it will be x into y divided by 12. And the range they have given is from 0 to 3 for x and y 0 to 4. So this is the CDF, that is x into y divided by 12. Here x will range from 0 to 3 and y will vary from 0 to 4. So this is the CDF value you have got. So just take down this. Here in single random variable, we used to write fx of x is equal to integration minus infinity to x and this PDF fx of x into dx. But here we have two random variables, so fxy, and here two integrations, that is from minus infinity to x and minus infinity to y, and here it is bivariant PDF. The lower limit here we have is 0 in both the cases for x and y. So we take the lower limits as 0, and here these are x and y. And this is 1 by 12. This is c constant value. And here if you integrate this, you get x into y. And divided by 12, this is constant. So next we have to find the CDF when y is equal to infinity. Just take down this solution, then we will see the CDF value when y is equal to infinity. Here also the same equation, whatever they have considered here, the same equation, but here instead of y we have y is equal to infinity in this equation. So here first integration is from minus infinity to x, and next one it is from minus infinity to infinity because y is equal to infinity here, and this is the bivariate PDF and dx into dy. Here, in both the cases, the lower limit we have it as 0, and here for y, the maximum limit they have given is 4. So instead of infinity, here we have the value 4. So the equation becomes integration 0 to x, and here integration 0 to 4, and this value is 1 by 12 dx into dy. So this constant you keep it as it is. If you integrate with respect to dx, you get this x as the upper limit, x minus 0, and with respect to dy if you integrate you get the upper limit 4 minus the lower limit 0. So you get it as 4x divided by 12, which is nothing but x by 3. And here the range of x is 0 to 3. So this is the solution for x, this CDF, bivariate CDF when y is equal to infinity. So just take down this same formula, but here y is equal to infinity, and the range they have given is from 0 to x here because the lower limit is 0, the minimum value is 0 in the given range, and here it is the infinity in equation, it is the general equation, but in our problem they have given the maximum value for y to be 4. So here for the first one you have limit from 0 to x, and for this y you have from 0 to 4, and this value is c, which is equal to 1 by 12. So if you integrate with respect to dx you get it as x, then you put the upper and lower limit. Upper limit is x only, so x minus the lower limit 0, and here if you integrate with respect to y you get it as y only, then you substitute the upper and lower limit, which is 4 minus 0. So here it will be 4x by 12, which will be x by 3, and this x can vary from 0 to 3. So similarly now you solve when x is equal to infinity and tell me the answer. Here x is equal to infinity and y is kept as it is. So you just see what will be the limits here. This all remains the same. Here only these limits will change. Solve it and tell me the answer.
Y by 4.
Y by 4. Okay, correct. So this is the solution. Here the limit for the x value you have from 0 to 3, and y you have it from 0 to y. If you integrate this with respect to x, you get it as 3 minus 0, that is lower limit is 0 and upper limit is 3. And here if you integrate with respect to y, you get it as y minus 0. Here the upper limit is y, so y minus the lower limit 0. So here you get it as 3y divided by 12, which is nothing but y by 4. And here the y value, it varies from 0 to 4. Take down this also. Just verify your answer. So next we will see whether x and y are independent. You have to check that. So this value they have given f x y x comma y, they have given it as c, which we have calculated it as 1 by 12. So for independence you have this individual CDF, that is marginal CDF. If you multiply both you have to get the bivariant PDF. If that is the case, then you can tell it as independent. So now you have already calculated fx of x value, which is 1 by 3, and fy of y value, which is 1 by 4. This you have already calculated. Here it is fx of x, which is 1 by 3, and fy of y, which is 1 by 4. If you multiply these both, you get 1 by 12. So that will be equal to this fx of fxy, that is bivariant PDF. So if you see here, these both are equal, you have proved. So here x and y are independent. Otherwise, you can also use the CDF formulas, wherein here you have calculated fxy, that is bivariate CDF, to be xy divided by 12. And here it is fx of x. Here when y is equal to infinity, this is the case. Here you have x by 3, and here it is when x is equal to infinity, which will be fy of y. Here you have y by 4. If you multiply these both, here also you get x by x into y by 12. Here also you can see that this bivariant CDF and these individual CDFs, you get the same value. So you can conclude that x and y are independent random variables here. So just take down this. Either you can do it by PDF or you can do it by CDF. Anyhow, it is fine. You have to just show that individual PDFs or individual CDFs are equivalent to the bivariant PDF or CDF. This fy of y is nothing but this only. Here when x is equal to infinity, this value. So it is y by 4 here. Here this fx of x, it is when y is equal to infinity, that you have calculated it as x by 3. So in this problem, x and y random variables are independent. So I'll give you an assignment, similar kind of problem. It will be helpful for you only if you solve. Same, you take down the same problem, but here the range of this x will be from 0 to 2. Here instead of x ranging from 0 to 3, you just take down it as x which ranges from 0 to 2, and y will be from 0 to 4 itself. Only the change is here it is x value, it vary from 0 to 2. Here also x will vary from 0 to 2. Same problem, just x range will change. Take down the same problem as assignment, wherein x will vary from 0 to 2 and y will vary from 0 to 4. Same thing, there also you have to find out the constant value c, and fx of x, fy of y, and this bivariant PDF. And when any one of the variable is infinity in the CDF, And lastly, you have to check whether x and y variables are independent. Just note down this range. X varies from 0 to 2 and y varies from 0 to 4. Okay, next we will see the expectations with respect to bivariate. We have seen the expectations in the first module also. Here also similarly we have to see for the multiple random variables or the two random variables. So we will see that. So here it is bivariate expectations. In the first module, we used to write e of x is equal to integration minus infinity to plus infinity. Here it will be x into fx of x into dx. But here instead of that x, we have g of x comma y. Here this is the function which will be varying with respect to both the random variables. So it is the, here it is g xy. Here it is an arbitrary function of two random variables. Here the random variables are x and y. So it is the function g with respect to x and y. So here if you write the expectation for both x and y, here instead of x we have this term. So here also instead of x we will have g x comma y, and this is the bivariate PDF. So this is the equation for expectation. Take down this. In the first module, we used to write expectation of x. Here instead of x, we have g x comma y, because here there are two random variables which will be there. So we take a function with respect to those both random variables. Here also there will be double integration which will vary from minus infinity to plus infinity, and here this g x comma y will be there, and here it is joint PDF into dx into dy. Here this g x comma y is arbitrary function of both the random variables. In case this function it is varying only for one random variable, say for x, then this equation will be reduced to this form. That is, here it is with respect to only x random variable. This function is a function of only x random variable. Then you get it as e g of x. So the integration here becomes this minus infinity to infinity. Here only with respect to x it will be there. And here this is bivariate itself. So this will be as it is. This is joint PDF. It will be kept as it is. And here dy into dx. So this becomes integration g of x into fx of x. If you see this, this is nothing but fx of x. Here it is integration minus infinity to infinity fxy with respect to dy, which means this is the marginal PDF for fx of x. And here it is g of x and dx. This remains as it is. So if this function is varying only with respect to any one of the random variable, then the equation reduces like this. So just take down this also. Here in this g x comma y is a function of only one random variable. For example, x we have taken. It can be with respect to y also. So here the expectation will come only with respect to x random variable. But here the bivariant PDF will be there, so it is kept as it is. And here integration with respect to x and this integration with respect to y will be there. So if you just see this middle equation, this will be equivalent to the marginal PDF, that is fx of x. So only one integration you can take here. So it will become minus infinity to infinity. This g of x is kept as it is, and this term it becomes fx of x, and here lastly it is dx. So here next we will see the correlation of x and y. That is E of x and y. How these both the random variables are correlated to each other, we can find out by using this equation. Same equation, here we have just written x and y. So here also it is E of x and y. Here double integration, that is from minus infinity to plus infinity. Here instead of this here this x and y will come, and here it is joint PDF. So the correlation of x and y is expectation operator operating on the product of x and y random variables. So using this you can, this application you can use in the communication to correlate between two signals. So take down this equation. It is same, but here it is generalized by using x and y random variable. This is the joint PDF. Here you have x and y random variables. In the first module, we used to write e of x itself. Here we have two random variables. So here it is e of x comma y. Here it is double integration, and here also two random variables. In the first module, we used to take it as mean value e of x. Here it is for the two random variables. So we see the correlation between both those random variables. And in the first module, we used to check the variance value with respect to random variable x. But here we have to see the covariance because there will be two random variables included. So we have to just correlate that both the random variables or the signals. So here this variance we call it as covariance. Next is covariance of x and y. This is the notation for that. Same equation. In variance, we used to write variance expectation of x minus mu x. Here we are writing expectation of x minus mu x into y minus mu x. Here there are two random variables. So for both the random variables, we have to subtract the mean value. Here for this mu x for x random variable, this mu y for the y random variable. So if you just multiply these things, that is x into y here and minus x into mu y, and here it will be minus mu x into y, and this will be plus mu x into mu y, and take this expectation to all the terms. So next you just take this expectation of xy will be kept as it is, and minus expectation of any constant will be constant itself. So this constant mu y is taken outside, and this is expectation of x, and here it is minus mu x, this is constant so kept as it is, and expectation of y, and this will be expectation of mu x into mu y. Here also this is constant, so you can write it as plus mu x into mu y. So if you see here, this will be e of x, nothing but the mu x, that is mean value. Here it is e of y, that is expectation of y, which will be nothing but mu y. So if you see here these two terms, that is here it is minus mu x into mu y, and here it is plus mu x into mu y. You can just cancel that, and covariance you get it as e of xy and minus mu x into mu y. So this is the covariance formula you have. Take down this, same as the previous one, but here two random variables. So you have to subtract mean value from both the random variables. So if you want to reduce this formula, you have to just multiply these both terms. Then you get this. Take the expectation inside for each term, and whichever are constant, you keep it as it is. Here mu y is constant, so keep it as it is. Here mu x is constant. Here mu x and mu y both are constant, so keep them as it is. So whichever are common, you just cancel those. Then you get covariance as e of xy minus mu x into mu y. When we solve the numericals, we will have clear picture on all these equations. So if you see in this equation, if any one of the mean value, if mu x is equal to 0 or mu y is equal to 0, this will become 0 this side. So this covariance will be E of xy. Here E of xy is nothing but the correlation formula, this E of xy. So when either of the mean value are 0, the covariance will become equivalent to the correlation of x and y. This is the note point. Just take down this. If any one of the mean value becomes 0, then covariance of x and y and the correlation, that is expectation of x and y, these both are same. So depending upon the covariance and correlation values, we can check the nature of the random variables. In communication also, depending upon the values we get for the covariance and correlation for the signals, we can see the nature of the signals. What kind of signals are those, we can see using this covariance and correlation. So if we see that here, observing the values of covariance and correlation, we can check the nature of the random variable x and y. So here first condition is uncorrelated. Uncorrelated x and y, which means here the covariance value will be equal to 0. In this equation, this covariance value, when this will be 0, then that condition we call it as uncorrelated. Uncorrelated means no common things between the two random variables. So here covariance of x and y will be 0. So if you substitute here in this equation in the covariance, if you substitute this as 0, you get this, that is E of xy. Here it is correlation will be equivalent to the multiplication of this mean value x and y. So take down this. In the uncorrelated condition, you have covariance is equal to 0. If covariance of x and y is equal to 0, then we call it as uncorrelated condition. If you substitute covariance as 0 in this equation, you get E of xy, which is correlation. Correlation is equal to the product of mean value for the random variable x and y. If these both are equal, then we get the covariance value as 0, which means there is no correlation between x and y random variable. Take on this first condition when uncorrelated x and y are there. So next one is the orthogonal. When x and y are orthogonal to each other, it means E of xy is equal to 0. In this condition, when E of xy is equal to 0, we say that x and y random variable are orthogonal to each other. So in the covariance, if you put E of xy is equal to 0, then you get this covariance of x and y is equal to minus of this product of mean values. This is one more condition. If the correlation between the bivariant random variable is 0, then we say x and y are orthogonal to each other, which means E of xy is equal to 0. If you put this in the covariance equation, you get covariance of xy is equal to minus mu x into mu y. These are the mean values of x and y random variable. First one, when covariance is equal to 0, we tell it as uncorrelated. Next one, when this E of xy is equal to 0, we tell both the signals are orthogonal to each other, or this x and y random variables are orthogonal to each other. Here if you put covariance is equal to 0, you get this correlation E of xy is equal to the product of mu x and mu y. Here if you put this correlation E of xy is equal to 0, which means x and y are orthogonal, you get covariance x and y is equal to minus mu x into mu y. Take down both these. There are two more conditions, that is when x and y are independent and correlated x and y. We will see that in the next class. After seeing both those conditions, we will solve few numericals and then again continue with the theory part of this module. Okay. Hope you have written this. Is it over? Please to reply. Is it over? Have you
Yes,
written this? Okay.